Welcome to my channel Boring History for Sleeping, The Whispering Room. There was a girl named Amina who moved into a quiet, old house at the edge of a small village. She was an artist, and the peaceful surroundings were perfect for her work. The house had a strange charm, creaky floors, vintage furniture, and one locked door at the end of the hallway. The landlord had told her, "That room hasn't been opened in decades. Just storage. Don't worry about it." But every night at exactly 2:13 a.m., Amina would wake up. She wasn't sure why. There was no sound. Or so she thought. One night, she stayed awake and listened carefully. That's when she heard it, a faint whispering coming from the locked room. She pressed her ear to the door. "Get out, before it comes back." Chills ran down her spine. She stumbled back, heart racing. The next morning, she asked the landlord again. He looked pale. There was a fire in that room 40 years ago. A girl died there. They never found her body, only her burned dress. We sealed it shut. That night, Amina couldn't sleep. At 2:13 a.m., the whispers began again. Louder this time. More urgent. The door shook. "You're not safe. He's watching." Suddenly, the lock clicked open by itself. Amina stood frozen as the door creaked open slowly. Inside was darkness, but something moved. A shadow. Then, a face, charred and burned, eyes glowing with hate. She screamed and slammed the door shut. The voice behind the door. Every night, Elizabeth heard her mother call her from the kitchen. "Dinner's ready." The voice would say, but her mother had died 3 years ago. One evening, she heard it again, but this time it was whispering. She gathered courage and followed the voice. It led her to the locked basement door. "Elizabeth, I made your favorite," the voice crooned. She slowly reached for the handle. When her phone buzzed, Elizabeth was about to sleep when she heard a soft crying under her bed. She leaned over and saw a girl, trembling. "Please, there's someone on the bed," the girl whispered. Chills ran through Elizabeth. Slowly, she turned her head and saw a smiling face inches from hers. She never screamed. The thing on the bed wouldn't let her. Every night, Elizabeth heard a soft tap-tap-tap on her bedroom window. She lived on the 5th floor. At first, she thought it was wind or a branch, but there were no trees nearby. One night, curious and annoyed, she decided to look. At exactly 3 a.m., the tapping began again. Tap, tap, tap. She pulled back the curtain and saw a pale face staring at her through the glass. Its mouth was stitched shut, and its eyes bled black tears. She screamed and fell back. But when she looked again, it was gone. The next morning, she told her friend. He laughed and said, "Sounds like a nightmare." That night, she slept with the window locked and the curtains closed. But the tapping came again. Louder. She opened her eyes and froze. The face wasn't at the window this time. It was inside the